So last Friday, my roommates and I decided to have a no-technology game night, because apparently, real bonding doesn't involve yelling at strangers on Rocket League. Our friend Dave arrived with a grocery bag full of snacks and a suspicious amount of enthusiasm, which should have been my first warning. We confiscated everyone's phones and even made a big show of unplugging the Wi-Fi router, which felt both ceremonial and deeply unsettling, like we were about to summon the ghost of 1994. We started with Uno, because, it's Uno, how complicated could it get? About 5 minutes in, Dave dropped a draw 4 on me, and I countered with a reverse, because that's what I've always done. Suddenly, Sarah's eyes got all squinty, and she started quoting rules like she was auditioning for Jeopardy! Dave insisted that stacking was allowed, Sarah said it was a war crime, and Jenny was busy building a tiny house out of draw 2 cards like she'd given up on society entirely. I suggested we just read the rulebook, but Dave announced that real Uno players go by the spirit, not the letter, of the law. Which is exactly what people say right before they start a cult. After the third argument and one accidental Cheez-It spill that looked like a Jackson Pollock painting, we all started getting twitchy. Someone wondered aloud if Google could settle the Uno debate, and suddenly everyone was eyeing the unplugged router like it was a life raft. Dave tried to look up the rules on his smartwatch, which was off because, no technology, but by then, the tension in the room was so thick you could cut it with a draw 4. Sarah suggested we play a game that didn't require rules, like charades, but unfortunately, that devolved into everyone arguing over whether the Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift counted as a single word. After 20 minutes and 3 near friendship-ending debates, we broke. I plugged the Wi-Fi back in, and we all immediately Googled official Uno rules, only to find out we'd all been playing wrong since childhood. At that point, we gave up and just watched Netflix, because apparently, the only rule we can all agree on is that nobody wants to shuffle cards.